Finding you again. Life has a way of leading us back to the places and people we are meant to find. For Julia and Ethan, love had once been the center of their universe. They met in their early 20s, when dreams were wild and love was limitless. They built something beautiful together, a love filled with laughter, adventures, and whispered secrets in the dead of night. But life had different plans, pulling them apart with the force of distance, ambition, and unspoken fears. They walked away from each other, believing it was for the best. Years passed, the world kept spinning, and they lived separate lives. Julia became a photographer, capturing the raw beauty of life in different corners of the world. Ethan, always a dreamer, built a company from the ground up, creating something from nothing. They were successful in their own ways, yet in the quiet moments, they both felt something missing, something neither could name but both understood. Then fate intervened. On a warm summer evening, Julia walked into a bookstore in a city she hadn't planned on visiting. She wasn't looking for anything in particular, just a moment of solace in the comfort of worn pages and the scent of ink and paper. As she reached for a book, so did another hand. She turned, and there he was. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The years between them stretched long, filled with all the things they had never said. And then he smiled, the same boyish smile she had once fallen in love with. "Julia," he said, her name rolling off his tongue like a familiar melody. She laughed softly, shaking her head in disbelief. "Ethan." They sat in a quiet corner of the bookstore, talking as though no time had passed at all. They spoke of the lives they had built, the roads they had taken, and the love that had never truly disappeared. And in that moment, it became clear. Some love stories don't end, they just pause, waiting for the right time to continue. As they stepped out into the night, Ethan reached for her hand, his touch as warm as she remembered. "Do you think we get another chance?" he asked softly. Julia smiled, fingers tightening around his. "I think we were always meant to find each other again." And so they did.